Now let's solve second question. Rewrite the following statements without using if then. And first example is, if a man is a judge, then he is honest. Now here we will assume this first statement as P, second statement as Q, and therefore symbolic form is, since these two are combined by if then. So we will write P implies Q. Now only we have seen that in rule, conditional statement P implies Q is given by negation P disjunction Q, and therefore we will write this in word. How negation P means we have to write negation of this. A man is, just take not a judge. For disjunction write down or, and write down Q statement as it is. He is honest. So by the same way we will solve second example. If 2 is a rational number, then root 2 is irrational number. Now here also we will assume this first statement as P, second statement as Q, and therefore symbolic form is P implies Q, and again we know that P implies Q is equivalent to negation P disjunction Q. So write down negation of first statement. How we will write? 2 is not a rational number, or root 2, write down Q statement as it is irrational number. Now next question is, without using truth table prove that, and this is the given equivalence. Now first take the LHS of this here. Now here we can observe P disjunction, here also P disjunction. So take P disjunction common inside the bracket, write down this Q, then write down conjunction symbol, and then write down negation of Q. This is by distributive law. Next, now Q conjunction negation Q. I told you the trick. Treat this conjunction as intersection. So its value is F. This is by complement law. And P disjunction F is P. This is by identity law. And thus we have proved LHS equal to RHS. So to solve this type of example, you have to learn all these laws properly. Now let's solve second example, and we can see there are three brackets with disjunction equivalent to P disjunction Q. Now take LHS. So again we can observe three brackets and disjunction symbol between them. So by associative law we will consider these two brackets together like this. Now again we will keep this part as it is and we will solve this bracket. Now here conjunction Q, here also conjunction Q common, so I am writing conjunction Q, and again here P, then disjunction symbol, and then negation P. This is by distributive law. Now again this as it is, and value of this is T by complement law, and write down here conjunction Q, here write down reason by complement law. Again keep this as it is, and T conjunction Q is Q by identity law. because I told you we have to treat this as intersection. So big set and Q, common between it is Q. Now again use distributive law here because we can observe two different symbols. So in the first bracket Q disjunction P and again conjunction and again Q disjunction negation Q. This is by distributive law. And again Q disjunction negation Q is T. So write down next Q disjunction P and here conjunction T. This is by complement law. And again last, this bracket intersection T means again we have to write this bracket. This is by identity law. Now we know that in disjunction by commutative P, Q disjunction P equivalent to P disjunction Q. So here write down last by commutative law. Thus we have proved LHS equal to RHS, and by the same way you have to solve remaining examples.